Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Will. We are back with some more Gotham Knights today. It looks like our progress is a little bit set back. Plus, the end of last stream. Alright, got that. Hey, what's up? Alright, so we are gonna go to the club. Yeah.
Police are investigating the involvement of
Weird,
West
even the
Gotham's
camera
most
has like a
notorious
special
criminals
be
after a
behind.
recent riot at Blackgate Penitentiary.
I do believe we have a guest.
More like a pest. That damn thing never shuts up.
It wouldn't be the first cat to find its way past the bat's walls.
Got eyes on the little freeloader?
Not yet, but I suspect if we start leaving food out for him, we may find ourselves with a new addition to the Bat family.
I'll ask one of the others to swing by the pet store after their next patrol. A cat in the belfry. Guess it's not the worst thing.
Alright, I'm gonna try to talk to Alfred more because I don't know if there's more to the cat story, because when we tried to do it with Nightwing, there just really wasn't a lot. I could have missed some conversation. It just kind of seems like a random thing happened.
Master
But they
Bruce
only
will be
mentioned
so
like 2
proud
times.
of the progress you've made, Ms. Gordon.
Alright, let's go and test out our new ability.
Belfry, what did you dig up about the court?
The Court of Owls legend dates back to the founding of Gotham. According to the poem, there's supposed to be a secret society that controls the city from the shadows.
Court of Owls is watching and all that. A guy like Penguin isn't scared of nursery rhymes.
If the court exists, and they're as powerful as they claim, they might be behind all the prisoner releases from Blackgate. And whoever's doing that has been getting away with it for centuries.
Good point. Here's hoping the Powers Club tells us more.
Our new fit. I've only heard him mention the cat in the Nightwing playthrough. The other 2 playthroughs we were doing pretty like quickly, so I never really did extra. This time I think we'll try to talk to him like every time we get back. He is basically, I've only seen that one conversation,
Belfry,
and then I've
I'm at
noticed the cat
Powers
around
Club.
the house.
I haven't even set foot
That's it.
inside, and I already hate this place.
That house is at least a century old and had who knows how many renovations. The blueprints we have on file are catastrophically out of date.
I do love going in blind.
Oh my god, this is a nightmare. In terms of height control, holy shit.
Damn good.
Oh god.
Doing good.
Ah. Oh my god, just trying to like do a slight turn is just not happening here. Oh god. Oh god, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Oh god. Nope. Oh my god. Wow.
Damn it. Gotta do better than that.
That's bad. Okay, and I'm pretty sure we lose altitude with each jump. Yeah. We're slightly going down. I know in the Red Hood and the Outlaws, depending on who's writing it, Red Hood does have a little bit of magic hoodoo going on.
No. Batman
Can't remember the
left
name
something
of it,
behind.
but there were like these magic
Gotta figure out
daggers
how to
that he
use
had, which honestly I felt very split about him having them. It's weird having a Batman character that has magic. Especially when they're like magic daggers from a monastery in like Tibet or something.
finish line. Here I come.
Yeah, like one of the writers was like really into that, and then another writer took over and then like never mentioned them for a while. And then the previous writer came back and then started talking about the daggers again. It's just like, it's very off and on. Oh, he jumped right over the thingy. Oh. No, no, no! Dude.
Ouch. Yeah, I'll do that differently next time.
Get up to the same... It is so not proficient trying to do his jumpies. Holy shit. Okay, I have to get the watches, that's for sure. But I need to be careful not to jump over it. So the first one would be the easiest one to get. The second one's a little harder because it's quite a bit up there from the ground, so I don't think I could land and run over to it, I don't think. Yeah, basically everything other than the magic stuff with Red Hood, I kind of like what they were doing with him for a while. Although, to be fair, when like they did the big change up and stopped talking about the daggers, they just kind of made him like a kingpin almost. Taking over the Iceberg Lounge.
Oh yeah, more like that.
Which that was kind of weird. Just kind of making him another crime boss.
Every time.
Jump! God, I hate not having a designated jump button. No! Oh my god. I hate action buttons, especially when they try to force you into doing like platforming shit. No, oh my god. I just can't hit that post to save my life.
I've done better.
Okay, I hated how Tim controlled, but at least you had control. This just feels bad. Like wild jumping. And for some reason, I cannot aim my reticle at one of those little towers that I try to, like, right near the end. There's one that no matter how far up I point the camera, it just does not point it to where I'm trying to go. Like, bro. Yeah. You have to be way more precise with Red Hood than anyone else in the game.
Let's get it on.
Like, look at that! He just jumps right over it!
Nice and easy.
Oh my god! He just keeps jumping right over the freaking loopy thing! It's like, bro, no, I'm trying to, Here we go. Oh. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. 1 second left.
This one in the belfry.
Woo! That is some bullshit. Like, getting around feels nice. Like, anything feels better than the teleportation Robin had, honestly. Yeah, that was the only one, but... don't think we'll have too many of those. We already did quite a bit of those on our previous run, so I'm assuming there's some that are like exclusive to certain characters, which I might need to double check, like Barbara and Nightwing. See if there's any in the world that I might have missed, because I wasn't super paying close attention to those. Honestly, Nightwing was the best at traversal. It felt like, just because the glider just felt so like easy, basic. Even though it's like it's a fucking like Fortnite glider, it's like why do you have this? Where is it? Whoop. Jumpies. Fills the knees.
Red Hood acknowledged.
Just me. Oh god. He just has an issue of jumping over things. Way not cool, bro. Okay, they gave us a bit of time. No, there was plenty of time.
Identity verified. Location of cache added to AR device.
Even. Honestly, I didn't really use gliding too much with. It's just because, like, when it comes with gliding, I'm used to, like, you know, like, I just came off of playing all the Arkham games, so I'm used to that style of gliding, and it's not like that. So, like, it felt awkward, especially because, like, it didn't really feel like you could do, like, a lot of the Batman moves while gliding, which you'd think would be kind of like, oh, that's what you kind of need to do if you're going to glide again in the Batman game. Yeah, teleport is by far the worst. Personally, well, I haven't had a lot of experience with him, obviously. Just got this move, but in terms of mobility, it feels like Nightwing, Red Hood, Barbara, and then Tim. In terms of feeling good. In terms of, like, actual accuracy, I'd say probably Tim's the most accurate, although it really sucks using it. You have very high, like, feeling of control. And then Nightwing. Then Barbara. And as of right now, Red Hood's last, just because I just keep jumping over shit. And I need to replay Kingdom Hearts. It's been like a year.
All right, I'm in. Let's see how the other... Looks like they've got some goons guarding this place.
Told you to take an extra long lunch too, huh?
I'm not complaining. Nice to get a break once in a while.
So what do you think the poor bastard did?
What poor bastard? As far as I know, I just got a longer break.
Time to see what's going on here.
Extra gunshots there. Alright. Random lamp outside.
The AR scan lit up that blood trail. Wonder what else I could find. Huh, there's something under the floor. It's connected to a network. Must be some way to turn that on.
Oh yeah, I always try to go for them. Like, nope.
Please give me the creeps.
Nope. Go all the way up here and grab this.
Go in and never come out. Great, that's the last thing I needed to hear. I'll be glad when my shift's over.
They said we'd be working at a club. This isn't exactly what I had in mind. It's a gentleman's club.
whatever that was.
Just saying, I was hoping for something a little more clubby and a little less creepy.
Most gentlemen clubs just have blackjack
It's
and
easy
hookers.
money. We barely have to see the snobs anyway.
I'm gonna go make my own
Yeah,
gentlemen's
what the hell's
club.
that about?
Blackjack and hookers.
Who cares? The
You know
less
what?
we know,
Forget about the
better.
blackjack.
Looks like things have finally started.
I don't think so, bud. Oh, whoa, did I one? Okay, I thought I one-shotted that guy on the stairs. Holy shit. I'm pretty sure I just fractured someone's pelvis with that.
Will bump you off for good.
The wind-up for our heavy attack takes a minute.
Hey, we got Red Hood.
Dude, the crit rate on our pistols are now, like, ridiculous. Feels good.
Thought this thing looked weird. Nice.
I have not played Kingdom Hearts on PS5 yet. I know there's not much of a difference, but I've done it on PS2, PS3, and PS4. Done the full run. Or as much of a full run as you can. About time I swing on back. Although it will probably be a more casual play. Last time we did a playthrough of it on stream, I went through all of them on, damn, I can never remember. Was it Proud Mode or Critical? Whichever one's the hardest difficulty. I can never remember which one it is between the two. Wait. Good again. And it's just a hallway. Okay, this would be a good spot for a treasure chest. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? How did I not paid attention? Which? That's okay.
Oh, first edition. There we go.
And I hope we get an update with Kingdom. Because it's already been quite a few. It's already been like, what, 3 years? When did they announce 4? Although it kind of sucks, where it's like, they got to a point with Kingdom Hearts 3 where it's like, okay, we're going to release 3, and then they didn't release it for like a decade. But they only released like one side game, which between like 2 and them announcing 3, they released like 3. It's like, I'd be okay with another like handheld game or short game. Tide me over until 4 drops.
Hey, Belfry. I found a hidden stairwell.
I mean, the only thing we've had was Melody of Memory, which,
Belfry,
of course, has story implications in it right at the end. Yeah, it took over a decade to come out. I remember because I was there for the whole time. Waiting.
The blood trail stops dead at the wall. You don't see that every day.
It didn't help that I like shotgunned my way through Kingdom Hearts 2.
No obvious exit. There must be some way out of here.
Marathoned and beat it. And then, like, sweet. Can't wait for the next one. Like, ooh, probably should have stretched that playthrough out quite longer. Although, luckily, I didn't play a lot of, like, the side handheld games when they were coming out. I only played Chain of Memories. And then, like, all the other ones I didn't really play
Let's go find out
for a while until they made their ports over onto console. So, it felt like playing a new game, even though they were out for a while, so it was like, yay.
The Court of Owls
is watching from inside of Gotham's walls.
I don't know if there's a specific way. There's a pointy side and a flat side. I think it's... It needs... Anyone can do that. It just takes an insane amount of time. God. I don't know why people do that to themselves. I love this game. If I did that, I would end up hating it. It's like people that do speed runs. I do not have the brain to do speed runs. Like any game I do that on, I would end up hating so much. Oh yeah. Okay, I forgot. They have the beam. Shows it's in the right direction. There is one, I can't remember, is there an item that increases XP? Although it doesn't really matter because it's, I think, at like level 20 or 25. It's like, wow. Now I only need to beat him 10,000 more times.
Or if you try to cross them, then a canon strikes you dead.
Although I do need to look into, oh, what was the latest mobile one? There's like there's a new mobile game coming out, which looks super fucking weird for Kingdom Hearts. Because it takes place in that new world that kind of feels like Bloodborne-y. And it's like the continuation of, the, mobile game. Plus, there was also that secondary mobile game that came out that was more focused on themness. Or oh my god, I haven't even played the game in like a minute, so I'm confusing all the villain names. God damn it! Like when Ericus was young.
Belfry, I know you can't hear this, but looks like Penguin wasn't full of it after all. The Court of Owls is real.
They have mobile ones now. What? Yeah. Dude, they've had mobile games for Kingdom Hearts for like forever. What was it? Oh my god, I'm trying to blank on it. Like they changed the name of one of them. I think it was Lynx. What was it? Well, technically there's actually multiple mobile games. There was one that was just for like a flip phone, but I don't really count that one. Oh, Missing Link. And then their newest one was Road to Darkness, which covers like the backstory and training of like Master Ericus when he was like becoming a Keyblade wielder and his friendship with the guy we future know as Ansem. Like I haven't done Road to Darkness yet. That one is fairly recent. That one came out around the time of Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah, no, these ones were for smartphone. Missing Link came out in 2008, and it ended around the time when Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, so it was going for, like, almost a decade. Although they did, like, a soft reset at some point, it's really weird. Like, if you played Kingdom Hearts 3 near the end, you'd be at, like, the Keyblade Graveyard. That's what, like, a lot of those scenes are about. Like when you're shooting the huge Keyblade blast and it has a bunch of names on the side of the screen, those are all the players from the game. And then like some mystery character shows up with silver hair. He's like one of the main characters of that. In fact, like there is so much lore in the mobile game, it's ridiculous. It's like, bro, you need to turn this into a movie. or like make it into like an actual game we can play, because it's like an insane amount of lore. Like some of the organization members, like main lore is in the fucking mobile game of like who they were before they became part of Organization 13. It's just like a crazy amount of lore.
Time to see the belly of the beast.
Like, I think there's like an 8-hour-long video of like just the important cutscenes. Like, that's how much lore there's in that goddamn game. And it's like, bro, it's a shitty mobile game. Why did you do this with so much lore? It's insane to me. Yeah, and the old Keyblade Masters too. Like that, they released that like CGI movie that's like bundled with the games.
So many things we could have done.
His death has cleared the way for our new acquisition.
Good. However, do try to be careful where you let them dig, my dear. As for that other issue,
We've already bribed the senators. I've been assured your bill will pass early next month.
wonderful. I am bored dealing with filth.
I'm sorry, man. We need to get you to safety.
Scared of fuckers scratching at the walls. They're all soft.
Alright, I made a mistake. The name of the game that goes on like for a very long time on mobile is called Union Crossing. Missing Link is the new mobile game that they're trying to put out, which is the one that's like takes place at what that looks like in an old like European city, and like the characters are kind of dressed up like the main character from Bloodborne almost, except with a cleaner fit. It's a really weird. I don't know why they decided to go into this like weird like European city direction. Like the next Kingdom Hearts game is gonna be fucking weird because they're incorporating like Yozora, which is like a precursor. There's like some real world lore that goes into that, where it's like the guy that made Kingdom Hearts was originally gonna make Final Fantasy 15, but then he got kicked off the project. And then he decided, fuck it, I'll put those ideas in the next Kingdom Hearts, which is why Yozora comes out of nowhere as a character in Kingdom Hearts 3. And it's like, oh, so he's kind of doing a throwback to when he was working on Final Fantasy 15. So now he's going to be like a major character in the next Kingdom Hearts game. It's like, god damn it. This man, everything he works on, he has to then incorporate into Kingdom Hearts somehow. Which isn't a bad thing, but it's just like, oh god, you make shit way more unnecessarily confusing. And of course they have to do stupid shit with the spellings. Union Crossing is, I believe it's called Union, and then it's an X. It's like one way to do it. Because it's like more of a symbol than it is like the actual letter X. But like if you look up Union Crossing, or Union Crossed, you should be able to find it. Again, it should be like an 8-hour long video. It actually explains what the hell's up with Maleficent and what her journey's been like between Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3, when like you don't see her on screen. It like explains a lot of her lore. Marluxia, a lot of his lore is tied into it from Organization 13. Larxene, a lot of her lore is from there as well. Plus a whole shitload of other characters that never shows up in any of the mainline games. Like, they've made a lot of characters in those games. And then, yeah, Missing Link is like the continuation of one of those members from Union Cross, which is supposed to come out on iOS and Android. Coming soon, they said like 4 years ago. It kind of looks like almost, I don't know, it looks like they're trying to do like a DS-style game almost, except on your phone. But like the graphics actually kind of look decent. They look like PS2 graphics almost, if not a little better. Although it still has like this weird mentality of like, you fight your enemies and you collect like these trophies slash figurines that are like different Disney characters and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. That game like has not been talked about in a while. So we have Missing Link and then Kingdom Hearts 4 are the two games that have been announced. Well, like in terms of like graphics, because the other games that they've had on mobile have been like super basic in terms of gameplay, like very like turn-based kind of stuff.
Wherever this belongs to.
Well, the one that's coming out looks like it's trying to be more of an action game rather than just a turn-based game on mobile. And yeah, the level of graphics looks like it would be closer to like a PS2, PS3 kind of level of graphics, where before they went with a very like cartoony stylized graphics.
That must be whoever they kidnapped.
But yeah, I hope they make another movie explaining the lore of Union Cross, because they did that one talking about all the foretellers, like all the previous masters and stuff. Like that's all lore and moments directly from the mobile game. Which, yeah. That's why you need to look up Kingdom Hearts games and just know there is important lore in every single one of those entries. And for some reason, they felt like doing the mobile game to have the most lore and the most dense lore out of the entire game. Suck an egg, old lady.
The voice of the court comes. He will dictate the punishment.
And forever, Disney in general has been like, oh, we'll make a Kingdom Hearts cartoon. And everyone's been like, yes. And then it'll be like, we'll get right on it. And then 10 years goes by, and they'll be like, hey, remember that thing? We're still working on it. Maybe. And it's like, God damn it.
The court cannot forgive your failure. You will atone with blood.
Don't do this. I won't do anything.
And you, Vermin, do not belong here. The last time an intruder set foot here was more than a century ago. The punishment for this insult remains the same.
Oh my god. Okay. So, I just looked up how long it's been since they announced Kingdom Hearts 4. Oh, I actually didn't know that there was something behind us. Huh. Learned something new. Oh wait, no, it was that. I'm an idiot. So I just looked up the announcement trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4. It's already been 2 years. Like, god damn it. Since they announced that it's going to be a thing. Oh, no! I hate that you can just get out so easily by the fire. Like, I can take some burns. I've died and come back to life before. I can handle this. No, that's not long if you compare it to Kingdom Hearts 3 that took a decade. Nope. I know most games usually take like a few years to make, like that's obvious. But I mean, when one of your when your third entry takes a decade to make, it makes you a little afraid that, oh god, is this gonna be another decade long waiting for Kingdom Hearts 4 situation? I seriously hope not. At the very least, I would love there to be more, them start putting out more mini games, handheld games, mobile games, whatever. Because Dream Drop Distance was like the last game that came out outside of the mobile game, and that came out in like 2012, and then there was like almost 5 years until Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. And in fact, I actually like Dream Drop Distance a lot. That's probably, out of like all the side games, that's probably my favorite one. Is it though? The guy that was making Kingdom Hearts got hired on to doing, yeah, he got hired on to doing 13 verses, which would then turn into Final Fantasy 15, but then he got shafted from that project.
Shit.
And now he's incorporating all of that into, like, Kingdom Hearts 4 by introducing Yozora. Like, if you haven't looked it up, you should look this up. Look up, what was it called? The Yozora reveal, and there should be a bunch of videos that are showing the side-by-side reveal for Final Fantasy Versus 13, which is what Final Fantasy 15 was originally supposed to be. And it's literally shot for shot the same trailer, except instead of Noctis, they have Yozora in his place. And it's like, oh, bro, you are so petty. You got shafted from that, and yet you still have to incorporate all those ideas into Kingdom Hearts now, because you couldn't have made that game. So it's like, it's gonna be interesting. Because, yeah, apparently, the creator said that, like, Disney will always be a part of Kingdom Hearts, but he does kind of want to minimalize Final Fantasy because he's made so many original characters, which is why there was, like, no Final Fantasy characters in 3.
Copy that. See you soon.
Which kind of sucks, because it's like, you don't need to add in a bunch of Final Fantasy characters. It's like, you already have a nice amount. You have, like, the most popular ones. Like, just have them in the background. Like, they don't even need to be, like, doing anything important. Just be like, hey, we're here. Anyway. In fact, I need to look into the Kingdom Hearts manga. I don't think I've read the newest ones yet. Anything else? Boxes. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts, like, real world lore can be confusing and weird because, like, it gets weaved into the actual lore of the game sometimes. Yeah, sure. But there. Ooh.
Did you know that Bruce was looking into the court?
I didn't. There were few things he kept from me, but this was unfortunately one of them.
From me too.
We managed to log some voice recordings of the court, but they're difficult to make out.
You sure? You just forget they had playing.
Tim.
You know, you weren't the first Robin, kid.
Or the second.
A bunch of files got corrupted. I'll run some diagnostics, see what I can recover.
Let's see if Master Bruce left us any more clues.
Margie, the tattooed lady, would tell us stories about the court back at Haley's Circus. Used to say they were watching and they'd steal us away if we gave a bad performance. Always assumed it was just circus legend.
Not at all. There are a number of references to the court in Gotham's history, but nothing concrete. I can't authenticate any of these sources.
Supposedly some wingnut wrote a tell-all book about them. But it's a legend in and of itself, so...
Shame, really. Such a work would have made a wonderful addition to the library.
The earliest version of the court rhyme is from the 1700s.
And says they're after the Fountain of Youth.
Seem pretty kill-happy for people who want eternal life.
Those aren't mutually exclusive. There were a lot of bodies in that pit.
And one of them was holding this. Might open something useful.
Our scans revealed an isotope embedded in the metal. It definitely has a match.
It's a key.
So? Let's find the door.
Apparently there's a rumor that started going around. Oh my god, literally yesterday. Oh my god, am I psychic? Apparently there's some big Kingdom Hearts news or rumors. According to a couple of websites, Games Rant, comicbook.com, Insider Gaming. They're all reporting apparently there's rumors saying Kingdom Hearts 4 is allegedly have a release date for next year. It's like, we haven't heard anything from it in 2 years. Maybe we'll hear about something from it this year, hopefully. But saying it's coming out next year, it honestly sounds too good to be true. Although Kingdom Hearts 3 was a weird thing where it's like they went through multiple systems trying to develop that game. I just can't wait to see what the next Kingdom Hearts game is going to be, because it might be a make or break for me. Because the third game I thought was okay. It's just the way that they wrote their story was very... If you break down how Kingdom Hearts games work with story, it's very clear, like, here's the Disney stuff, and then over here's the Kingdom Hearts stuff. And they're always, like, very clearly separated. Which has never been a problem before, but with Kingdom Hearts 3, it was just very absurdly, like, main story at the beginning, you need to get this power. You play the entire game, and then you get to the final world. Okay, you got the power now, let's continue with the Kingdom Hearts story now. And it just feels like all the Disney worlds were filler. It felt, I felt really bad playing that game, unfortunately, because it just, every time I replay it, all I can see is like, wow, they really do not mention a lot about the main story while you're playing the game. It's mostly at the beginning and end, and everything in between just kind of feels like filler, unfortunately. I'm hoping that they balance out the story a bit better, or...
Whoa. You got the Horror Classics expansion pack.
How could I turn down scares and beats?
Let's do this.
New challenger. Next level. Pit of despair. Get ready.
Whoa.
Okay, here's what I'm seeing as a difference. With Nightwing and with Jason, they seem to have their story with, like, a little bit of everyone. Where Tim's story just kind of felt like it was mainly with, like, Alfred. Oh, yeah. I need to pick up the 7. So...
Are you okay?
Yeah, they won't cancel. It's a huge money-making thing. Like, it's insane.
The Lazarus Pit?
Yeah. It's stupid. I'll be fine.
It's not stupid. You died. It's okay to not be okay with that.
About dying. Remember? With the crowbar?
Know what? I'm hungry. I'll get some takeout from Big Belly Burger.
Oh, Big Belly drop.
You want your usual? One bacon ultra belly combo coming up. I'll be right back.
Hey. Thanks, Babs.
Hard coping being bad at video games. Pretty sure it's the dead thing. No, it's the video game thing. Yeah, so I'm in a dilemma right now. I played the first remake of 7. I thought it was great. I really want to play the next one, but a part of me is like, maybe I should just wait until the third part of Final Fantasy 7 comes out, and then we'll do a marathon. Well, not a marathon. We'll play them all back to back. I'll do
was a difficult subject.
what's the prequel that they dropped not too long ago?
They were behind his parents' murder.
that has Zack in it.
Oh, man.
We'll play that game,
Poor Bruce.
and then all the way through all of the 7 remakes.
We never spoke of the court at home after that.
So it's gonna be a while before we get to those games, but
He could not tell me such
it'll
things.
happen. I'll replay the first one. We'll
There
play the
was
second and
nothing
third
Bruce
parts.
couldn't tell you, Alfred. Only things he wouldn't.
The Court of Owls is watching from inside of Gotham's walls. They lurk in every shadow, and they rule us one and all.
Yeah, there's one more.
I always figured that rhyme was just to scare kids into being good, like Gotham's version of Santa Claus.
When Bruce began investigating the court, he wondered if even he was being too cautious, chasing a fairy tale. It seems impossible that someone could control Gotham from the shadows without Batman finding out.
The court must be hella powerful to hide like this for so long. For all we know, anyone could be in on it.
A grand conspiracy. I'm not sure Bruce would be gratified to find his suspicions were right.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I heard that there was kind of a issue like that, but it's like, when you're doing a big open world thing, it can be hard to balance story. And it's like, we'll see. Like, if the open world is fun and entertaining, I'm perfectly okay with that. It's when the open world has, like, nothing to offer whatsoever.
Didn't you say someone in the circus knew about them?
Is when it really sucks.
Only is a scary story. You know, say Bloody Mary in the mirror 3 times at midnight, she shows up, talk about the court, and they send a town to kill you.
Joke's on us, I guess.
Well, we have been talking about them.
Hold on, I'm looking up something. The Kingdom Hearts manga list. I know they've made quite a few, but I don't know if they went all the way up to... Oh, really? So they skipped all those games. Wow. Yeah, I need to read 358 over 2 days, the manga series, as well as the Kingdom Hearts 3 manga. If you guys haven't checked them out, I'd say check them out. They're like fun. Like, they're not super lore heavy, but they do have good character moments in between, like, different characters in the Kingdom Hearts series.
That'd be the day. Oh, I mean...
No, you're right.
This is insane. I remember playing Kingdom Hearts 2 when I was in high school. Christ. So long ago. Yeah, I played the game, and then I got the manga and read that. That was so long ago. Oh my... An old man. Could have sworn they made more. For like the other side games. I'm surprised they didn't make one for Dream Drop Distance. Or for Birth by Sleep.
Blackgate Penitentiary. Harley Quinn, the psychiatrist turned felon and frequent rival of Batman, was reportedly seen at Blackgate during the riot.
Yeah, it's basically just the bare bones story of the game. But for the most part, it's more of just like fun character interactions between like Donald, Goofy, and Sora. And just like stupid like little comedy bits or whatnot. It's more of just like character building stuff than it is actual like story and lore. They're fun. It's definitely like a light fun read. Why? You find out they're only making it up to season 5 and then they're turning the game off? Oh, it's only... That's so dumb when they do that. Although, who am I to say? Like, I play like Genshin Impact, and I think that's an always online game too. Oh, speaking of Genshin Impact being... There is another game that's coming out. What was it? Lost Souls, I think? Oh, wait, no. Lost Souls Game. Lost Souls aside, it is a cool game. It was announced a while ago, but they recently just got a rating. It is a Chinese game, which is going to be coming out in America, which over the last couple of years, that seems to be a more and more growing thing, is Chinese games making their way over to America, which I'm super hyped for. I love seeing cool and interesting games. But it's called Lost Soul Aside. It almost looks like, stylistically, some of the more modern Final Fantasy games, and it's just supposed to be like a kick-ass action game with a dude with a sword taking on monsters. It's like, looks pretty sick. So sick. Oh, wait. We did get some new colors. And in fact, I should probably check the armor too. Oh, that's so bad. That's like his colors though, but they like comboed it so bad. The piping could have been brown and maybe do slightly red accents. They oversaturated it. See, that's a little bit better, but still. Just did not make one with a good balance between black and red. Bruh. Although I also still want to, I'm looking at a Dragon's Dogma 2. I need to see how that shakes out. I heard a lot of people really liking it at the start, but then it kind of fell off.
Belfry,
I don't know how that game kind of shook out, if people are like really on board for it. Because that's one that we might play.
We've managed to narrow it down to a location. I'm sending you the coordinates now.
Got it. Thanks, Belfry.
Wait, where am I going? I'm going in the wrong direction. Holes. Man's first enemy. Holes.
Get ready to edit the record books.
Yeah, this is gonna be an astounding failure. Okay, so the key is just like, as soon as I possibly can. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Nope. Grappling hook. Grappling hook.
Awesome. Just like that. Nice.
Oh god. I thought I was about to screw that one up.
Booyah. Oh yeah.
Honestly, I've been getting into like quite a bit of Chinese media stuff, like games, and even like, I don't know what it's called, the Chinese word for it, but like Chinese anime. Recently, there have been like a lot of ports over into English, which like for a very long time you could never get that kind of content. At least at like dubbed. I mean, a lot of the times it was only subbed. It was like, sweet. I've seen different perspectives on stuff. I've been watching anime for a long time, so it's like, sure, let's see what Chinese anime's got. And honestly, there's some that have like such amazing art. It's like, oh, never heard of this before. Kind of dope premise, awesome art. I need a whole new market. It's kind of weird how cucked, or how cucking, Disney is with the Kingdom Hearts franchise. They never put out any merch for it, even though I think it's technically like, I don't know if it's a shared I know it's a shared property, but I don't know who exactly owns the rights for the merchandise. I think it's all conjoined. But like, it is extremely hard to find any Kingdom Hearts merch at Disney, apparently. Apparently, there's only been like a very few selected amount of items that have ever been released in actual like Disney parks, especially in the US. I think there's only been like a few pins or something, and that's like, bruh. I don't know about Disney Japan though. They might have more there. Although I fell down a rabbit hole a few months ago of, what was it called? There's a YouTube channel called Dreamland or something, where they talk about, like, Disney World and, like, oh, here's, like, all these different lands or different, like, rides and stuff that, like, came and went and what happened to them and stuff like that. Where they kind of do, like, a historical documentary of, like, the different parks and, like, the different rides and stuff and themes that they're doing. It's pretty interesting if you like documentary style stuff. Well, now let's pop over here. Epcot was the biggest disappointment in Disney history. I mean, what it was supposed to be to what they ended up making it, it's just sad. Although they are remaking the Epcot at Disney World. I can never remember. Disney World's the big one in Florida, right? I always forget which one's which. But yeah, they're apparently redoing one of the lands, Disney, and doing a massive overhaul. Except they started it before the pandemic, but like they had to halt for the pandemic, so it's like I don't even know where it's at. Because it's like massive construction of a major area. World is Florida. Okay, yeah, I always think the bigger one is World. I'm never 100%. Because I never talk about this shit. Because honestly, the only real Disney stuff I ever deal with is like literally Kingdom Hearts. Like I occasionally will see one of the new Disney movies or something, but for the most part,
remember the court rhyme. The Court of Owls is watching.
Here we go.
Inside Gotham's walls. I know.
Hi. Land is California. Dude, I love seeing like old school videos of like the 1950s, just like random footage. I don't know why, I find it so soothing. It's like visual lo-fi. Or it's just something chill.
Remarkable.
Speaking of, I need to look into some liminal games. I want to try to find a good one to play on stream. Because that's also another thing I've been getting into the last few years is like liminal like horror and lore and stuff like that from different things. Unfortunately, it seems like all the best ones are like walking simulators basically. And then all the other ones are like multiplayer or just having fun kind of stuff. Yeah. I know like the market really got flooded when the Backrooms blew up. There was like 50 different games coming out every week, which is like Backrooms this, Backrooms that. It's like, chill. In fact, there is a new horror game called, I think it's just called The Pools, which is, you know, one of the levels, a part of like the Backrooms extended feature, which is actually pretty cool. Fun fact, when it comes to like the pool levels, that was all inspired by like this guy's artwork. Had nothing to do with like liminality or anything like that. He made them like many years ago, and he just thought it was aesthetically pleasing to have like a lot of like pool tiles everywhere in like ways and formats you've never seen them architecturally. And then someone found them and like, oh, this feels liminal, and then they incorporated it into like backroom lore and stuff. I don't know how I feel about the Backrooms lore. I like it just being simple of like, you know, clip out and then you're in this weird area and then everything's like creepy and feels weird. Not necessarily even having a monster in there. I'm a purist. I feel like as soon as you see the monster, it's just immediately unscary then. It's all the build-up and just like not knowing what's around the corner and the fear of the unknown and what you can't see. I feel is way more powerful than like, here's a awkward-looking monster. But yeah, I know they put out one game that's got like 99 floors of the backrooms or something. It's like, nah, I'm not about that. I want something like cool, lore heavy, and just like interesting. Even if it is a walking simulator, as long as it's got like a strong story to it, I'll play it. Looks like Clayface is out and about. Let's actually go and talk to Fox. Even things like SCP, I really like. I go through phases where I get like super into stuff. There was a phase where I got really into SCP and I listened to like the first 100 of those. It's like I like a lot of them. A lot of them have that quality that like the Twilight Zone has, which is like one of my favorite TV shows ever. Like the original black and white Twilight Zone. Which, like, if you watch those today, it's insane how many of those stories still hold up. Like, dude, this shit was made back in the 1950s. And stuff that's, like, creepy and unsettling is still unsettling today.
So Alfred tells me you've been working hard on your bat gadgets.
Well, they're more like red gadgets. Like bat gadgets, but with an extra kick.
But you know you're going to run into supply issues eventually, right?
Yeah. I could tell you I'd planned for that, but then I'd be lying.
Tell you what, you keep busy with your superhero business, and I'll keep you supplied with components. You good with that?
Whatever you say, Fox.
And the other one is over here. Should probably check the armor. I didn't really check the armor after our last mission. Yeah. Although it's gonna be hard trying to find a good liminal game. Like I said, there's like a million of them that came out when Backrooms was blowing up, so there's just like a lot of like really crappy ones.
He's unavailable.
Well, damn. Sorry. He really helped Mum and I out a lot.
What's going on?
How's Leslie been anyway?
She's fine, enjoying retirement, watches medical dramas to nitpick them.
We
There's
all
still a shit ton of work to do.
lupus.
For both
Never
of
lupus.
us.
Except for that one time it was.
Never ends, does it?
You've been helping people in Gotham, and that's great. So keep it up. Come visit me once in a while, and I'll pass on anything helpful I might find. Besides, Mum will send both of us to the ER if I don't keep an eye on your health.
How could I say no?
Baller. Alright. I don't think we activated the neighborhood, so let's go do that. I'm gonna need to do a deep dive and just like look through the Steam library, see what's on PlayStation and whatnot. Oh my god, that's what it was. Okay, sorry, I've been doing a side search this whole time. Defunct Land was what I was thinking of, not Dreamland, Defunct Land. They do a bunch of really good, documentary stuff. I think it's mostly Disney, but I think they also can do like other theme parks as well.
About time you showed up.
Call me Red Hood. And your name is?
If I don't need to know your real name, you don't need to know mine. I got grandkids to think about. You can just call me Madame Palomares.
Okay, Madame Palomares. Got your message. Said you had some intel for me.
I do. What I'm about to tell you is highly confidential. There's a group of us. People who want to see real change in Gotham. We call ourselves the Watch.
Impressive.
I started the group years ago when I got fed up with all the bad apples in this town.
Been there.
I reached out to Batman for help. He wasn't too sure about us at first, but I showed him that having eyes on the ground could be useful. So we started giving him tips to help him keep our neighborhood safe. He told me that if he ever went quiet for this long, that I should reach out to you.
He was right. I'll do whatever I can to keep your neighborhood safe, ma'am.
I'll spread the word to the other members of the Watch. He is missed, but the entire Watch has your back. We can do this together. Wow, things are really looking much better around here. Thank you.
You know, Sherlock Holmes had a similar setup, except he used, you know, poor street kids, and Batman just used, you know, the bored elderly. Alright. Although, wait, shit, I should also look into, there's that Dune game that's supposed to come out. Which I've been very hot and cold on that game. Like, they did a trailer for it, and it was like, okay, this just kind of seems like kind of doing a lot of features from, like, Fortnite. And it kind of looks cheap. But then they released a second trailer for the Dune game, and it's like, oh, this actually looks good. So it's like, it's a 50-50 split. One trailer's good, one trailer's bad. We'll see how it shakes out. But I might play that. We'll see. We'll see. Although, I don't know. I'm kind of in a groove where I just want to play some, like, I don't know, turn-based RPG stuff. Which is why we're playing a shitload of Honkai Star Rail right now. Alright. I will never get used to the hold down for map button. Hate it. Let me hit enter button, hit map. Hot button map action. Fun fact, there's more than one Disney in Japan. There's two of them. One is, I believe it's called either Disney Seas or Disney Ocean, which is like exactly what that name sounds like. It's like oceanfront Disney World. That one is supposed to be super baller. And then there's another one that's more inland, and that one's more meh. So if you do ever do it, make sure you go to the Disney Seas or Disney Ocean, whatever it's called. Because that one is supposed to be fucking awesome. I don't know why I know so much about some Disneyland. It's like very specific lore about very specific Disneylands. It comes up when you're a Kingdom Hearts fan for decades. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, this is gonna bring us down into the tunnel. Or we'll
of course, it's creepy and glowing. I'm sure this is up to code. Hello. I'm selling out scout cookies.
There's actually a few theme parks in Japan. There's one I really want to go to. Studio Ghibli, they have a theme park.
I'm in, Belfry.
Yeah. I don't know why I know this. Just do. Yeah, they have a Studio Ghibli theme park in Japan. Except that's it's a themed park, not like with rides. It's a park that's themed with Ghibli characters. It's super dope. They have like a lot of cool exhibits of just like the different movies. It looks super cool. It's literally a thing you just go to and walk around in. It's got like, oh, here's like the architecture, like the building from this movie and whatnot. It's really cool. It's super chill. Yeah. There's not a good way to describe it. Like, it's a park. It's just the theming of Ghibli. There's no like amusement park rides or anything. But yeah, it's super dope. I would really want to go there. If I ever had. It's mainly just for like walking around. I think they have at least one restaurant there or something. don't know how Hayao Miyazaki feels about it, though.
Moreno. I know that name from somewhere. Belfry, do you remember a murder case? Victim was someone named Moreno.
Of course. The brother of Elena Moreno, a local judge. She took a leave of absence from the bench directly afterward for family reasons.
It looks like the Court of Owls ordered the hit. Let me see what else I can find out.
Plus, I also found out, I don't know if this is like a pop-up thing, but there's like a lot of small theme parks in Japan. I think it's like a pop-up where it's like, oh, here's like a specific themed theme park, which will be open for like a month. And they did it with like Naruto, they did it with Dragon Quest, where it's like, oh, here's like fun, cool props that we've made from the game. Or there's like this cool AR experience here, and there's like a restaurant with like foods that are themed after the game. Like, they do a lot of cool stuff like that in Japan. It's like, God, I wish we could do that in America. Was criminologist genius. So good at solving crimes, especially the ones I've solved before.
The court ordered a hit at the Chelsea Tunnel.
Construction on the tunnel was shut down when the site was declared unsafe.
This reeks of a cover-up. The Court of Owls is hiding something down there. Going over now.
Take care and keep us updated.
Unfortunately, there was some bad news recently with Japan. I can't remember the name of it. There's a specific area in Japan where it's like all like traditional architecture, and you'll see like geishas walking down the street. It's like one of those places that are like specifically set aside to be like a time period piece, basically, where it's like, oh, it's like old school like Edo Japan. And one of the more popular ones, unfortunately, recently, is now closed off to foreigners because dipshit tourists kept fucking up the place. And I'm like, there's like they'd leave trash around, or like they'd approach the geishas and like touch their clothing, which is like, this is like a 200-year-old kimono, bro. No touchy. And like stupid shit like that. So like they made this law where it's like, nope, this place is like banned from like tourism. Like, fuck. It sucks. I get it. I get it, but it's... Oh, yeah. All right, let's do this. I've been talking a lot, and when I do, sometimes time just escapes from me, so I can never really firm grasp. Alright. Let's do this. Jumpies! Have they ever put Red Hood in Fortnite yet? Oh. It's weird. Has Fortnite fallen off? I can't tell. Because there was a point where it's like I couldn't not hear about the new people coming to Fortnite. And now it feels like it's been a while since I've heard anything on new characters in Fortnite. I've never been a big fan of Fortnite. Like, I think it's mid. It's like, yeah, sure. Never been diehard into it or anything. But I respect it. Dude, I remember Fortnite when it first came out, and it was literally just like a... Like, you built stuff, and you were fighting off a zombie apocalypse. And then what we know as Fortnite with the Battle Royale was just like an extra thing that they added into the game. And then that extra thing became what everyone knows it for. Insane. Like, if you've never looked at, like, Fortnite, like, history of Fortnite, you should look into, like, what it originally was, because it was a completely different game. It was literally like a cartoony zombie survival game, basically. And then they added in what we know as Fortnite as more of a fun, like, PvP style. And then that just blew up and was super good, and people were like, we want this to be the whole game. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool stuff. Dude, I was a fucking weeaboo for Japan for many, many years, to the point where it's like, I've moved on. If you want to see some crazy shit, look up Singapore. That place is dope. Like, Japan's awesome, but don't sleep on Singapore. That place is, like, literally a country from the future. Because if you guys don't know, Singapore, it's like one of the major shipping hubs in the, like, one of the biggest shipping hubs in the entire world. And it has been for a very long time. So it's a super diverse country, even though it's, like, about the size of New York. And the place has, like, insanely good food. Oh yeah, I've heard about that stuff too, man. Don't worry, you find creepy people no matter where you go. Yay. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Turn. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? You have guns. Scattershot. There we go. Good lord. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, sorry. I was trying to do a side tangent. Japan's a super dope place.
This place is huge. What the hell are they mining?
But, a place that's easier to go to if you don't speak the language would be Singapore. Because they have, like, a lot of the benefits that, like, Japan has, like, amazing vending machine food and culture. Like I said, it used to be, like, it still is one of the biggest port cities in the world. So it's like, you'll meet people from, like, Russia, France, all over India, Middle East, all over Asia. Like, a bunch of different ethnicities live in Singapore, which means also you get a bunch of different style of food from all over the world as well. There's food stalls there that have Michelin stars. Like, straight up. You can go somewhere, wait in line for like 30 minutes, get some food that's like $5, and it be a Michelin star rated, world-renowned dish. That's fucking crazy. Plus it's like close to the equator, so the whole place is like very tropical. Like, sweet. Sorry, that's like, you know when you get like hyper obsessed with something? I just went through a phase where I was hyper obsessed with like Singapore for like a few months. So I have a lot of useless information bouncing around. Well, you should look up, there's a few cool, like, I don't even know what you would call them, if they'd really be called, like, parks or something. They're, like, animal preserves in Japan. Like, there's one that's called Cat Island, which is literally exactly what it sounds like. It's an island full of a shitload of cats. And then there's also, like, Fox Village, which is, like, right outside of, Tokyo. Okay, what the hell is happening here? I'm hitting the wrong button. Which is like an enclosure for like, it's an animal preserve for like a bunch of foxes that you can go and like see. It looks super cool. There's like a deer park that you can go there, and there's like just a bunch of deer chilling in like in the middle of a city in their park, and like they're super chill. You can go and feed them. You can bow to the deer and the deer bows back. It's like, oh my god, this shit's dope. Oh yeah, I forgot I have that. Okay, why am I sucking right now? My brain is not working properly. Oh shit, that move doesn't even work on him. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go, there we go. That's the one to go to. Okay, that's the one I need to use on him. Good lord. Can't focus on two things. I mentioned this before, but I have been thinking about trying to do some more YouTube video stuff. Where I go on like Game Jolt and Itch.io and find like weird, obscure, just like indie games. Like small, like really, really small ones, and just do like playthroughs on them. Do like little spotlights on like, oh, I found this cool like indie horror game that does like this art style super unique, or this lore is super interesting. I was thinking about doing that. We'll see how that pans out. I keep on trying to do other stuff on YouTube, and I keep not doing it. Procrastination.
You're spending a lot of scratch to get at whatever's in the rocks down here. Huh. Whatever they were after has already been extracted.
Yeah, I need to look in to see if they're making another season of My Adventures. I still have not watched the first season, but I have heard really good things about it.
There's got to be something here that has some of the ore in it.
Okay, wait. I'm missing one. Oh, yeah, the wall was... It's because I'm old. You'll have a lot of useless information when you get older. Which will seem completely meaningless. until you have, like, weird hyperfixation moments where you hyper-obsess over one specific thing.
What?
And then you'll have a lot of information on it, which no one will care
I'll
about.
just have to grab a sample for myself. Maybe I can figure out what they were after if I examine these samples.
Possibly. Boom!
So this stuff is called Dionysium?
That's okay.
I guess we can run tests back at the Belfry. Now, how do I get back there?
I just do this to chill. Or, in fact, I've been trying to work on new stream overlays. I'm kind of caught between two different styles. Like, there's one that's like a lot more like brighter that I've been working on, and I think it's okay. But there's, I don't know. I want to try to do a more darker theme. But I just can't come up with like a cohesive theme that I can make. It's annoying. It's annoying where you have like, okay, I want to make a specific thing, but then you get a million other ideas and none of them are about the thing that you want to make, and it's like, god damn it.
Here.
No, not yet. They're still in like the rough draft phase. I haven't even started building it. I've just been planning out a lot of the stuff, like you know, color patterns, overall layout, trying to figure out how it works. So I'm gonna make it like I do a lot of different art. I do 2D and 3D stuff. And so I'm gonna be making like a really cool, like dynamic 3D looking starting screen, and gonna try to redo the outro. Like all the stuff is gonna be redone.
You're just bats. And how devour bats.
Not really, dude. That's a good sign. When you get much older, you'll be like, I still got it. Why is the wind-up so slow? This boy. God dang it. Getting cheeks clapped. Oh my god, yes. There we go. I wish there was just like a little more like help where it would like help you turn more towards the enemy since they don't have a lock on. No, when I mean like when you get old. Honestly, I haven't really been in a situation where someone would need to card me, so I don't know how old I come off as. It's like one of those things where it's just like you just interact with other people in your age range, and then everyone that's like younger than you just looks like children.
I'm not sticking around here.
Like when someone cards you, you're like, what? You like have no self-awareness of how you look in terms of age-wise. Age blindness towards yourself. They're 50 or 60. They're dying soon. They're gonna shoot their shot. The Reaper's coming for them any moment now. Why, Pop? Why?
Where the hell am I? That better be a way out.
Okay, wait. Hold on. I need to look at something here. Okay. This one, I always find a bit confusing. Yeah, there's not really much of, like, an indicator to look up here, actually. Like, you'd think, like, I don't know. Geez, that's, like, pretty high up there. You have to be almost straight vertical to see it. You don't know that. That car crash can happen any moment now. Heart attacks can happen as young as 30.
Belfry, can you read me?
We seem to have you back, Red Hood. Are you all right?
Everything's fine. The court's mining some weird shit called Dionysium. It sure reminds me of...
Said it needed to be for money.
Belfry, you cut out. Come in. Damn it. Lost the signal.
You take forever to do the simplest of tasks. We have things to discuss. Come find me.
Happens all the time. Whoop! Sorry to hear that, man. Death is an ever-looming thing for everyone at all times. I'm not a very positive person when it comes to this subject. Heartless. Alright, what do we get?
The Court of Owls is watching. From inside of Gotham's walls. They lurk in every shadow. And they rule you. One and all.
You knew we'd find the court. You were just waiting for us to stick our necks out.
When I was still part of the League, we observed the court's growth in Gotham. Now you can see the city's rotten core.
They're mining something called Dionysium. And it smells like Lazarus Pit water to me.
A foul substitute for the true miracle. A contaminated extract. For centuries, the court has been looking for a fountain of youth. Instead, they found the makings of undying monsters.
So they're using Dionysium to make talons, then. What do you know? So why doesn't the League make a deal? Trade the court some green goo in exchange for mindless talon ninjas.
Even in their current debased state, the League would never descend to such banality. And the court's greed and corruption prevent them from ever mastering the secrets of the Lazarus Pits.
You turned a chemical reaction into some kind of bullshit holy ritual.
Oh, those are some harsh words. That ceremony resurrected you, Jason.
I knew it was you, Talia. That pit scrambled my mind, but I'm still a damn good detective.
I suppose gratitude was too much to expect in exchange for another stab at life.
After all the shit you've done to me, I don't owe you anything.
With Bruce gone, the court's operation grows. The League of Shadows will raze Gotham to the ground unless you silence the court.
Cut the talking and riddles bullshit. You want us to get rid of the voice so the League will leave Gotham alone. What's in it for you, though?
I'll do what I can to distract the League. And your path to the Court of Owls will be clear.
Unfortunately,
now I know how Montoya
that kind of
feels.
stuff is like alarmingly common. Actually, I wonder what the statistics on that are, because honestly, it feels like more and more people are getting it. My sister had it, 2 of my uncles had it, 1 of my aunts had it, 1 of my best friends' mom has it currently. It's like, that's a lot of people to know who has and or had cancer. Plus, both of you seem to have experience with it as well, some way, shape, or form. It's like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, it feels like a lot more people have, it's like a lot more frequent occurrence than you think. It's like crazy common. Although to be fair, my uncle and my aunt that both got it, they were both heavy smokers. Not a big surprise it was lung cancer. So it's like, that one kind of didn't come out of nowhere on those fronts. Yeah. That's an alarming amount of people. He's like, straight up, it would be like, oh, like you'd live in a small town and like a singular person would have cancer. But nowadays it's like, yeah, like maybe 1/4 of the family had dealt with it in some way. Of every family, it's like, goddamn. Not a good sign. For humanity in general.
Hey, Alfred, did the city records turn up anything?
They didn't. According to the city permits, there's been no mining in Gotham City since the Cauldron was completed.
Judging from what we found last night, they've been digging down there for centuries.
Give this a listen, Alfred. Babs managed to repair some of the court voice recordings.
Dionysium brought the Talons back to life.
Sort of. Dionysium's basically weak as hell Lazarus pit water. Brings back motor functions, but free will's as good as gone.
So, what is a Talon exactly? Some kind of feral zombie assassin?
We've all seen weirder shit. Maybe.
Feral zombie. Sounds like Jason, all right.
I recognize a voice. The older woman is Constance Cobblepot, I'm fairly certain.
And the others?
More difficult to say. Maybe if I heard them in person.
In person? Tim, put the waveforms on the screen.
It's hard to find a match with all the damage and voice modulation. Maybe the matching system would have better luck if...
We match what we have against the live voices.
Fun, but how do we find these jackasses?
2 words. Orchard Hotel.
The Masquerade. The event of the season. This year's dedicated to Master Bruce.
Gotham's rich dress up and pretend they're humanitarians. I've been a few times.
So it's Dirtbag Central.
With so many of Gotham's elite together, security at the Masquerade will be tight. Finding out their plans first would give you an important advantage.
I'll tweak our masks to record telescopic audio.
If we can get a good vantage point, we may be able to put some faces to these mystery voices.
Sounds like our kind of party.
There's a lot of environmental causes.
We updated the
Plus,
board while you were
it
out.
doesn't help that, like, I don't know where America ranks on this. I do know they're pretty low in the ranking though, but there's a lot of foods and stuff and chemicals in our foods that are legit illegal in a lot of other countries that we seem to not have a problem with it in the US and being in our, like, that's kind of a red flag, bud. Actually, let's check armor. We haven't checked it all day. Yeah. Oh, something as simple as just like certain sugars that we use in a lot of stuff. Or, oh shit, we got this unlocked. Or, certain dyes that are just unhealthy in general. Like red, like I think it's specifically, it's either a red or yellow dye. Like Mountain Dew apparently is not that big of a thing in most other countries because the dyes they use are like very unhealthy. And it's like, bro, have we not gotten to the point where we would be able to find, like, you know, much more healthier versions of those dyes that we'd be, or just change the color? I know it's kind of like your whole brand thing, but still. Bruh. Alright, let's see. Got that. Okay, so this can like scare people. A lot of these are like scaring people off. Let's aim down sights. Got these a lot higher. You know there's an acceptable level of lead that you can have in food. That's not a thing in most countries, but it is in the US. Except here's a fun fact. Some states don't even have the quote-unquote acceptable level. There's no, like, level restriction on it. It's like, bro, really? Like, come on. This should just be bare level things. Our country's a mess. God damn. We can't even agree on, like, food safety. Which is so lame. again, it's food safety. I don't see, like, are people, like, is it not getting past? Hey, you know that thing that's poisonous and bad for you. How about we don't eat that? Oh, okay. That's my right as an American, goddammit. I have the right to be as dumb as I want and eat the shit that will murder me. Yeah, dude, if you go to a McDonald's in, like, any European country, or, okay, most European countries, it will be significantly different, because a lot of countries have laws where it's like, you need to have the meat grown locally, and, like, a lot of the produce, all the things that are used inside the McDonald's have to be made within that country locally. So it's, like, a lot more fresher and less, you know, 2 in the morning McDonald's run in Chicago. That one. That's just... Oh, no, that's not... Right. Oh, we got another moment. It feels like we're getting a lot more moments with him. Like, even when he was talking with Talia, it felt like extra dialogue was there. Because of, obviously, their relationship. That's true. Hershey's do taste weird. I never understood why people love that chocolate. Like, I'm not a big chocolate person in general, but even, like, if I had to choose, like, Hershey's would probably be bottom of the list.
Best hideout ever, right?
This place is quite remarkable. It's certainly brighter than the Batcave.
We still need to work on expanding the library, but I think Bruce would like it anyway.
I know he would. Because this is your home.
Never really knew what home felt like. But standing in this place, looking over Gotham, yeah, it's okay.
Protecting Gotham is a difficult endeavor. One that Bruce knew you would face. So, he made sure that you would have everything you'd need to succeed.
Of course he did.
Culver's is good. Wendy's, I love Wendy's. Unfortunately, the one near my house is such a fucking garbage fire. It's like, how is this so not well managed, and the food that comes out of there is so bad, unfortunately. It's like, fuck. One of my favorite like fast food. Or actually, wait, where's off?
Not only is the court real, but so are Talons.
Talon.
I thought they'd be more, I don't know, intelligent?
Oh,
They're
wait.
supposed to be the court's greatest.
God damn it, we went in here to check out gear, and then we got distracted by our other stuff.
Capable of free will.
Okay, level 42s.
Able to think at all?
But that doesn't
No, it's like the same armor set, unfortunately. 42. One that we have on now. Still 42. Okay, so it's roughly going to be the same. Level 41 weapon. Who's... Oh, dang it. I can't wait until we get the Heroic Assault mode unlocked. I'm going to go in there and see if I can get the level 60 gear stuff. And see if that affects the main story. Because when you do it in post-game, all the random enemies jump up to that level. Okay, wait, actually, these 41. Hello. Okay, one of these could help. Oh, and this is shock. Recently, I've been divesting from ice cream, getting way more into frozen yogurt. I'm a very minimal sweets person. I'm the weirdo that prefers fruit over chocolate. Now we can do electric damage with our guns. Which luckily our guns are still red and fits the rest of our outfit. That's false.
The court must have been mining this Dionysium for decades. Maybe
next story beats.
And yet they didn't hesitate to blow it all up just to get us. Sucks we couldn't get
Oh,
more
yo,
info
okay.
while we were down there.
God damn it. That motorcycle race. This one's the worst one!
Right. They won't be getting rid of us that easily.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's one of the few times where we can't leave the belfry without getting... Oh, wait, no, there's the other port. I always forget the second. Oh, no, we can't go over there. Hey, so much things on you.
Don't forget that you have a rendezvous with Mr. Hendricks.
There.
Copy that.
Got a foot race there. It's for another motorcycle color. Actually, I don't know how this works. Like, since we're doing a new playthrough, does it kind of reset and we can do all the races from the rip? Or is it only the races that we haven't done in the previous playthrough? Because we still have all the colors unlocked on the motorcycle. Or are we just getting duplicate colors? I wouldn't think so. Oh, it's like... Yeah. Although, I don't know, some of them are like the motorcycle the motorcycle race that we have on the farthest island north. I've done that one with Robin.
It's go time.
Oh my god, it was like the perfect jump just to miss it, bro.
All night long. On a roll.
No, bro, how do you fuck that up? Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Okay, at least I kind of made up for it a little bit. Whoop. I need to check the dates on my Kingdom Hearts playthrough. I think it might have been actually 2 years ago almost that I played it. It was like, I think it was the first series I did on stream. And I did the entire run, like all of them straight through. Including watch-alongs for the, Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Of the, cutscene movies, too. God damn it. Oh, you're kind of screwing me here, Red Hood. Holy crap. No, not 100% of it. Just like the main theme song And yeah, that one's always been copywritten to hell every single time. It's such a banger. Which, by the way, I've been trying to find Kingdom Hearts lo-fi that's like really good. I've only been finding like a handful of songs that just like repeat everywhere. Or they're just super mid. God damn it. Find some good lo-fi music. Kingdom Hearts theme specifically. I'm in that vibe right now. I think the only Kingdom Hearts game I have not platinumed yet is Birth by Sleep. And that's just because there were trophies for that whole board game thing that like takes fucking forever to do. But I think I've platinumed all of them. Or at least on one console. I know I've platinumed almost all of them on PS3. I have not platinumed all of them on PS4. I must really love the game if I'm going to platinum it. Or it has to be a ridiculously easy platinum. I think I only have like 31 platinum trophies. And most of them are for like Kingdom Hearts or the Dark Souls games. Are like the ones that I like really invest in. Nope, that's locked. Okay, so wait. Locked because motorcycle. It's gonna be the other thing, isn't it? I know it's the other thing. I still need to play through the Persona games. I have my eye on 3, 4, and 5. 4 Golden seems pretty cheap. I could probably pick that up. 5 Royal is still kind of expensive, and 3, the remake just came out. So I'm gonna wait until I have all 3 of them, and then we'll do like a playthrough back to back. I like doing that. I like having like sets of games we could just play through. Gives my life structure. Alright, that Harley. Oh, go down here. Who needs rescue? Have you played any of the Shin Megami Tensei games? That's like the original branch of Persona. Persona's like an actual offshoot from that game series. Although Persona's, I'm pretty sure Persona's like a lot much more lighthearted than Shin Megami Tensei is supposed to be a lot more like, there's demons invading, oh lordy lord. Buddy.
Shit. Looks like the court got to Hendrix first.
Officers, we have reports of suspicious behavior.
I bet that's Hendrix.
We need officers near the Gotham Naval Research Facility.
Actually, I don't think I've beaten the Dark Souls 3 DLC. I played that game a lot when it came out and platinumed it, but I did all of it before the DLC even dropped, and I don't think I ever went back for it.
It's those masks.
And I also need to get the remake of Demon's Souls. I haven't played that one yet. I played the original, but not the remake. I don't know what the trophy list is on the remake. I seriously hope it's better than the original. Because there is a trophy on the original game that literally took me years to get. Because it was some bullshit, like, grinding for materials to level up items. I hate those kind of trophies. Or the ones that are like insane bullshit where it's like, get 10,000 kills in this thing. It's like, are you fucking insane? You get like 5 kills a match? Like, bro. Oh. Okay, actually, I don't think we popped off his gold alt yet. Okay. Wait, is that, like, what's... Okay, so you kind of become like a tank, I guess. Oh, actually, good to know. I did not know this, but when I do that move, even being shot with a gun doesn't interrupt it. I wasn't sure if it would or not. Oh, I still need to get Liza P. I played the demo of that and I really liked it. That one I also have on my list. I'm watching for sales. That thing go on sale. We're definitely doing a playthrough of that, 100%. I love Bloodborne so much. I really wish that they'd do anything with it. Like, even if they did like a remake or like the PS5, which honestly I just prefer Bloodborne 2, but still, I love the lore. I love all that shit from that game. Well, Liza P seems super dope.
I had a feeling this day was coming.
Similar vibes.
You wouldn't believe the things that I heard at the hotel.
Yeah, the court seems to like their privacy.
Shit, they're real? That explains the masks. Look, one of my guys was feeding them info. And you know what? You should probably have all the same intel too.
Hope you got a good therapist. And thanks for the drive.
This city is going to the birds, I swear.
Belfry, I took care of it. Hendricks handed me a data drive after I saved him.
Excellent. Please return to the Belfry so we can evaluate next steps.
Both Dark Souls games.
Party's over.
The first Souls game I played was Demon Souls back on the PS3. I played it for like 2 hours and then quit. But it wasn't until like Dark Souls 2 came out and my friend was hounding me to play it, and I'm like, okay, I'll play Dark Souls 1 and then 2. And then I got it. Because when Demon Souls 3 came out, that was I think like 2007 or 8, I think. So a lot of the times, if you were to get information, it was off of like deep like gaming forums or through guidebooks. When Dark Souls 2 came out, there was a lot more like videos and stuff like that online accessible. And that's a big part of Dark Souls games, is like knowing, it's like little tidbits of information where it's like, it's an open world, you can go in any direction, but you should go over here because this way has like way too hard of enemies because they don't like block off difficult enemies. It's just like learning a lot of small stuff about the game that will make it infinitely more easier. In fact, Elden Ring apparently is supposed to be one of the easiest ones, despite it having like kind of difficult boss right off the rip. But you just need to learn like some enemies you just need to run away from. Plus, the Souls games have like one massive broken flaw, and that is you can level up in that game, and your enemies. So the big thing about the Dark Souls games is like your enemies can always kill you no matter what. So whether you're level 1 or you're level 100, a basic enemy can still kill you relatively easily. The big difference is whether or not you can kill that enemy relatively fast or not. So it's like, it's the difference between having to swing 20 times to kill someone or 2. So people can like power grind and like power level in those games and just like basically outclass any enemy pretty easily. That's probably one of the biggest weak points of Dark Souls, is that you can easily outlevel and just become like ridiculously buff pretty easily. So like the whole skill factor of it, so it's like the stronger you are with the level, the less skill you need, because the more resilient you are to a lot of stuff. So that's why some people do like the level 1 runs and stuff. Because that's the ultimate show of like, I am very skilled at this game.
That's a great idea.
Level 1 runs are insane. I don't even know how people do level 1 runs of Kingdom Hearts. Seriously don't. That's why although they tried to like rebalance that kind of stuff with like Sekiro, because they kind of leaned a lot more into the parry system. Sekiro is my least favorite Souls game, mainly because I have never been able to get the parry system down in that game. I have almost platinumed that game. I just need like one more trophy in it. I played through that game my first time, and I ended up getting the hardest boss fight for the final boss. I made it through that entire game without properly learning how to parry until I got to that boss, and then I'm like, fuck. I need to learn how to parry in this game to beat this guy. So then I spent almost 2 weeks straight fighting this guy, learning how to parry or dodge every single one of his moves. And that kind of broke my spirit for a bit. Also, actually, I did play a Souls-like game. I think it was last year on stream. Mortal Shell. Kind of interesting. Unfortunately, the boss fights aren't as polished. Like, Dark Souls games don't have, like, the most polished boss fights ever. But they're still at a decent level. Mortal Shell, unfortunately, has some pretty bad boss fights. Where it's, like, kind of all over the place. But the rest of the game is pretty solid. But again, it's like, it's a Souls-like game, so the boss fights are, like, a big part of it. So unfortunately, the boss fights being not great kind of brings the whole game down massively. But, like, everything else other than the boss fights, I think is well. There's very few games that I personally consider a Souls-like game. Like, there's ones that are, like, technically Souls-like because they have, like, the mechanics of it. But when I say Souls-like, it's like, it's not just the mechanics, it's also, like, the vibe as well. Like, how you're supposed to play it. Overall. God, I'm trying to think, when was the last time I played Bloodborne? Last time I played that... So I played it, I beat it, I platinumed it, and then I did a second playthrough with a friend in co-op mode. And I think that was right after all the DLC was released. And me and my friend... So, there's a boss in the Bloodborne games, which a lot of people say is like one of the hardest bosses to beat. I can't remember his name. I think it was like the Orphan Child, I think his name was. It's one of the DLC bosses. I beat him in 2 turns, and then when I co-opted with my friend, we beat him in 2 turns, and I'm like, I don't get why people think this guy's so hard. Never played it again. Walked away. I'm like, alright, I'm good. I still need to play the Neo games. I have the first one. I played, like, the first level, and I kind of got stuck, where it's just, like, I'm not getting the rhythm of, like... It was, like, a mini-boss I went up against, and we were in, like, an enclosed space, and I just could not get into the rhythm of the boss fight, and he would just keep slamming me. And it's one of those things where Souls games, if your enemies are strong, and they can, like, kill you in 2 swings, your movements and actions need to be precise. And it just felt like the guy had, like, too much of, like... His moves had, like, kind of a command grab feel to them, where, like, he'd start a move, and, like, his body would move as his, like... How to explain it? Like, he was standing still, he'd lift up and slam down, but sometimes his body would actively move towards you, even though his legs weren't moving. Like, he'd slide towards you. Just so, like, the command hit would land, and it's like, fucking no! If your character's not actively moving the feet and trying to move towards you, you should not be just, like, command grabbing, sliding over you to, like, hit you. So it's like, that frustrated me, and I ended up, like, dipping out on the first one. I have been meaning to go back to it, though, and try to replay it. Although right now, I do have Dragon's Dogma 1. I was thinking about maybe trying that. Because Dragon's Dogma 2 came out and people were, like, blowing up about it. Like, I heard a lot of good things in terms of gameplay-wise. I haven't heard much about, like, whether the story's great or not. Yeah, I don't know if the dude was glitched or what, but I tried fighting him a few times. Plus, we were in, like, an enclosed space, so it just made it worse when you're fighting, like, a large enemy and you have limited room, and he's doing, like, weird, like, movements didn't make sense to me kind of stuff. I was like, fuck. Not great. Especially when they do attacks that have like splash damage, basically, where like they hit down and you don't have to get hit by the item, you can just be like next to it and like the shockwave also hits you. That shit drives me crazy sometimes where it's like, god damn it. Especially when it's in an enclosed space. No bueno.
I've uploaded the data we got from Hendrix. It should be ready soon.
Oh god damn it, this is the cutscene. My least favorite cutscene in the whole game.
I've seen Bruce make that same face when he got stuck on a case. What's on your mind?
Everything starts with Ra's al Ghul attacking Batman, but I can't figure out how it connects.
You've never had to fight the League, have you? Ra's was a fanatic. He formed the League of Shadows centuries ago to root out corruption all over the world.
So wait, is this the right one? I'm talking about the one where like Tim gets overly melodramatic.
If you want to call it that. It's that he should destroy things to build them back up. He's wiped out multiple cities over the centuries.
He set his sights on Gotham. Batman stopped him. He was impressed, so he named Bruce his heir.
That suddenly, even though Bruce said no thanks.
But it meant Ra's left Gotham alone. And that is until he showed up at... Bruce.
Talia says Ra's was behaving erratically when he died.
Yeah. I put money on that not being the whole story.
It was pretty cool for a long time. And then they stopped using them for a long time.
Hang on. What if our starting point is earlier? Batman died while he was investigating the Court of Owls.
You think Ra's found out about it? But why come after his heir?
Ra's cares about two things: rooting out corruption and protecting the Lazarus Pits. So if the court was using an extract from the pits to create talents...
Ra's blows a gasket, steps in himself. Things escalate. Both he and Bruce end up dead.
And without Batman keeping a lid on Gotham's corruption, the court starts to stretch its wings.
The League follows Ra's to Gotham, and there's nobody to stop them from attacking the court.
Gotham City becomes ground zero for a goddamn war.
And no Batman to save it.
I guess that's our job now.
Yeah. It is. And we know what we need to do. We root out the court, and we keep the League away from Gotham.
I really miss him.
Personally, Jason kind of fell into the trap of being like the first replacement Robin, and not a lot of people knew how to write him differently from Dick. So they tried different things. So like each writer would try different things, and it just kind of made him feel like all over the place. Honestly, that's a massive problem with Jason. Is not enough character consistency, which comes from having like a bunch of writers write him. Unfortunately. But conceptually, I really like him as a character. It's like, yeah, I like having like a Robin that had anger issues and Bruce tried to help, but that ended up massively backfiring, and then he ended up dead. Then when he came back, he was like, why the f is the Joker still alive? Which I don't think anyone can argue is like the most legit argument for like Batman. I accept you're not going to kill the Joker. Build a fucking safe in the Batcave and put the Joker in it, where you personally, literally watch him 24/7. Like, there are so many ways that Batman could stop the Joker in a much more permanent way other than killing him. In fact, there's actually a storyline, I think it was around the metal events, where they do find Joker in the Batcave, and he is in a cell that Batman built. And I'm like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. And then they let him out of the cell, and I'm like, no, that's not what I'm talking about.
He did always say he found it distasteful, but all this time, the Court of Owls.
And
Bruce had good instincts.
like, biggest difference, obviously, between comic books, American, and manga is that usually manga has one writer all the way through the series most of the time, like 99% of the time. American comics, you have great opportunity because you keep getting new writers, so you can do drastically like different and interesting stories. But the biggest problem with that is the characters, like each character's like consistency of who they are as a person, and whether or not past events actually affect them or not. That's like one of the biggest problems.
What's up?
Where it's like, you need to have a person that's like, no, this character would not do this because of this event that happened here.
Like I said, fine.
Jason, just let me be a good friend.
Yeah, I know.
I'm handling it. Thanks for checking in, Babs.
And the Joker, and here's the thing that sucks, because it's like, Batman's oath to not kill is completely understandable. And of course, Joker has to be like the one exception to the rule, where it's like, this person literally will never stop murdering massive amounts of people ever. So it's literally the immovable object type thing going on there.
It's good to be out there again. I missed it.
Where it's like, Batman, you're smart. You can think of a million ways that you could stop Joker and remove him from being a threat. But they never enact it in the comics, solely because Joker sells books. And that's what drives me crazy. They're not willing to let go of the Joker. I mean, over the last 10 years, there have probably been more Joker stories than have ever been published in the entire history of DC Comics. That's what sucks. Like, some characters, they just refuse to let them move on, refuse them to have character growth or change. And because of that, whether it's because of like people loving the characters from when they were the kid and they want to continue that, or the sales are too good for them to ever remove them. Like, after Joker killed Jason, there was a face-off between Batman and Joker. Joker was like, I don't know if you guys ever read the comics that follow up after Jason's death, but Joker basically is about to bomb the UN. Batman stops him. Joker's escaping in a helicopter. Batman jumps on the helicopter starts crashing, and Batman escapes without Joker, and Joker explodes in the fucking wreckage, basically.
Make it sound simple.
And then Joker was gone for a while. I don't know exactly how long. I think it was over a year at the very least, but he was completely off the board. Nobody mentioned him, and they slowly introduced him when they brought in Tim Drake as the new Robin. And so they brought him back, where it's like, yes, if Joker's gonna do crazy shit, there should be crazy consequences where we go long periods of time, and I'd say more than a singular year, where we just do not see him. Because I like Joker when it's a big event kind of thing. Not like, oh cool, we're doing like 2 different Joker runs right now. Ho ho. It's like, no. Lame. But yeah, Batman had the chance to save Joker. Okay, it's a big argument whether or not Batman had the opportunity to save Joker. He talks about it with Superman at one point, where Superman thinks he let Joker die, and he was like, listen, the plane was crashing. I had seconds to get out of there. I could not reach the Joker and pull him out and escape with my own life. So he like dipped out. The whole classic, I don't have to save you either bullshit. But yeah, some people think, no, he did try, like, he didn't try to kill the Joker, but he definitely didn't save him in that moment. So take it or leave it whether or not you'd see that as that being Batman trying to kill him. And he survived it. Everybody gets one, apparently. So it's like, he did try to go after Joker for revenge, kind of, for Jason. Unfortunately, the fiery explosion he went down in just didn't stick. So it's like, okay, fair. It's not like he did nothing after Jason died. But then that also brings up his whole morality thing of like, I can't kill any stuff. It always starts with one, and of course, as soon as someone kills someone, it's always to the extreme, like Superman, whenever that happens. But yeah, it's a shame, because like there are so many ways they could handle the Joker. And like, cool, he's locked up in like Batman's like super prison or whatever. He's not getting out. We could see him occasionally. Like Batman could be like, it could be like a whole Hannibal Lecter kind of situation. That could be kind of interesting. But no, like the comic book company just makes too much money off the Joker, and it unfortunately makes Batman just look so incompetent so much of the time, because it's like you catch him over and over and over again, and he just keeps escaping, and you keep not doing anything about it. And it's like, that's the biggest problem with DC Comics, is that they won't let characters like go, either just die permanently or let them go for a long period of time. Because it's like, yeah, Batman's incompetent. There's no other way to describe it when you have like 10 years of just like so many Joker stories doing crazy shit, killing so many people, and Batman's just like, well, I guess I'll just do the same thing I always do that never works. It's like, bro, you're making Batman look like an incompetent baboon. He's a boob. A bumbling boob. Which is why, I talked about this a while, I think a few streams ago, the manga that they were putting out. That's why I see great opportunity of DC trying to get into the manga space. Because it's like, hell yeah, get a single writer. He does a complete arc of Batman. And where it's like, the Joker shit, like, all these villains get, like, a single moment to shine, and then it gets resolved. It's not gonna be an ongoing thing for 100 fucking years of him constantly escaping. And Batman never learning the lesson of not letting him fucking escape. And again, doesn't mean killing him. There's, like, a million other ways. Fucking space prison on the moon, bro. Something. There's no teleporters. You have to take a ship. Just, like, there's so many ways they could handle him, and they just don't. I'm sorry. That's my Joker tangent. It's just... DC makes me so angry because I love it so much, but their refuse to, like, make actual significant changes makes me so frustrated. I don't know if he is a flip-flopper, though, because there aren't too many moments where he doesn't need to save him. Like, the Joker and the helicopter one is, like, the big one I think of. I can't really think of other ones that really heavily stand out. Where it's like, at a certain point, if a villain's doing stupid shit and they're about to get blown up, it's like, this is a making of your own doing, bud. And then also you have to consider, like, is this just a regular person? Or is this, like, a superhuman kind of thing? There's like a lot of different interesting ways that you could those. But yeah, again, like, Batman being a flip-flopper, where does that come from? That comes from writers changing and them not having a strong enough grasp of, like, this is who Batman is. And DC being like, no, you can't do this with this character because it does not fit his character due to previous events that have happened or just his personality in general. Like, if you were to read Batman, like, pick any given Batman comic out of any decade, you will be drastically different from any other Batman from any other decade. Like, the early 2000s, around Brother Eye time period, Batman was a massive dickhead and a complete asshole to almost everyone else, including Nightwing. And it's like, why? Why are you portraying Batman as such a massive asshole? And that was before the whole, what was the event called? The 52 event that happened in the early 2000s? Not the new 52, just there was another one before that called 52. There was some shit that went down there which would explain why Batman's an asshole, but he was still an asshole, like, for, like, the last 5 years beforehand, and it's like, bro. Like, yeah, I'm gonna write Batman, he's a fascist asshole. It's like, cool, you really don't grasp this character that well, or at least the likable parts of him. I mean, one of my favorite Batman books ever is Batman War on Crime, with the art done by Alex Ross, obviously. That is my hands down favorite version of like a Batman, because Alex Ross and the writer that wrote that get why people love Batman. Plus, like, you know, the art is fucking bomb as hell because it's Alex Ross and he's on that fucking next level realistic drawing bullshit.
On a roll.
And it's a super simple story about Batman handling like this rich asshole who's trying to buy up all the slums and turn them into like luxury apartments and push out all like the homeless and lower income people. Fuck. No! Oh, your running is so slow. Damn it.
Well, that was great.
Like, if you haven't read Batman War on Crime, it's super short and it is so fucking good. There is a scene in there, like, even if you haven't read it, you probably will know the scene where Batman confronts the kid with the gun. And he, instead of like doing like usual, like what like Batman usually does with thugs, which is, you know, no mercy, everyone's getting a fucking skull fracture and I'm putting you all in the hospital with a broken leg and bullshit like that. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening here? Instead of that, he's like, hey, you're clearly just a kid and you're wrapped up in this gang stuff and you're pointing a gun at me. And he just has a real heart-to-heart conversation with this kid in this bad situation, instead of going in there and like fracturing his arm and slamming him on the ground like a fucking fascist jackboot asshole. And he treats him like a human being, and it's like, yes, that is why I like a Batman, because he's a superhero. That's the point of superheroes. He's not supposed to like beat the shit out of villains. He's supposed to be a good guy. And those two things don't always like overlap properly. I'm so bad at this fucking...
I hope nobody was recording that.
Yeah, good guy Batman is awesome. It's like good guy Batman or like super smart detective Batman. Not Bat Computer, but like, oh yeah, I know this knowledge because I'm fucking smart Batman. Those are my two favorite Batmans. In fact, oh my god, what's the name of it? There was a comic that actually came out within the last 5 years. Was it Batman Universe? DC started doing a thing where they tried to sell books in Walmart. I don't know if they're still doing it now, but they did an exclusive Batman and Superman run in Walmart. And both of the books were super good. Yeah, it's called Batman Universe. It's just a fun comic book. And it's like Batman just being a fun dude, okay? Like, these officers, like, see him knocked out on the ground, and they're like, oh, should we take off his mask? And Batman wakes up in the middle of their conversation. He's like, please don't. He's not being, like, a weird jackbooted asshole that's like, cops are around me, they might take off my mask. I need to shatter their fucking spleen and escape out of here in a violent fashion. It's like, nah. I can just get up and be like, no, don't. That wouldn't be cool, guys. I'm just trying to do my job. It's a super good, fun read. It's definitely aimed more towards kids, but still, like, I enjoy it. It's fun, dude. He gets to go to, like, a whole bunch of cool places, like Dinosaur Island or, like, Gorilla City. He goes to fucking Thanagar at one point. It's a super cool, fun read where Batman's just having a fun romp around fucking DC Universe. Batman goes to fucking Dinosaur Island and he's like, yes, I love going to Dinosaur Island. I never get to come here and I love dinosaurs. He's like, really? Yeah, why do you think I have the giant dinosaur in my back? Hey, fuck. No! God damn it!
I'll get it next time.
He just like has normal conversations with people. As if he is a human being and not like some psychopath that's like, I need to have a plan to kill all my best friends just in case they turn on me. It's like, yeah, dude, fucking Psycho Batman is not fun.
Yeah, I got this.
Like, fun Batman.
I got this.
Nice and easy.
Okay, this is driving me. Yeah. I missed it, and then when I tried to recover, I couldn't recover fast enough. Yes, okay, that jump was good. Okay, I'm getting a little bit more used to the jumps, but I'm still not able to be as accurate as I want to be.
Oh, yeah.
On.
Awesome.
It's just knowing how many jumps I need to make, and then when to slingshot. Or grappling hook. This part. Oh my god, no! Get up! Get up! What the fuck? He wasn't getting up! Run! Oh my god, he is so slow. I get he's the tank character, but goddamn. Oh! We got it! Oh! Yeah. God damn it, man. But yeah. Like, I brought this up before. Astro City is a book that's written by the same guy that does, Batman War on Crime. And he partners with Alex Ross on it. And it's a really good, comic book series, because, like, superheroes, for the most part, act like superheroes in it. And it's like, I know, like, some people like the edgy, dark stuff, and it's like, I like that stuff too sometimes. But when it comes to, like, this is the main universe, this is how these characters act, I don't really like it like that. It's like, I prefer it to be like, this is a side story, or this is a particularly dark time in that person's life, and then they move out of it. But again, it all comes down to writing consistency, which DC and Marvel don't have. Either of them do, because they always swap out writers. And I can't remember what it's called. They do have a person where it's like they write the script, they bring it to this other person, and they like back check it and like read over it and stuff, and like greenlight it. I can't remember what that person's called, but that person's been slacking for a long time when it comes to consistency of the character. Whether it's, oh, you can't do this because the previous arc the last writer did doesn't jive with what you're trying to do, or it's like, oh no, this thing from 5 years ago means that he wouldn't do this thing.
Need a spotter later?
Oh. I don't remember what it's called.
The question is, do you?
I don't.
Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling a lot. Anyway, I love Batman, but I like chill Batman.
Leaping across rooftops. You're experiencing more effects from the Lazarus Pit, aren't you?
Yes, but it's fine. I've got it under control.
He's super tanky. So far, I think I like either Babs or Nightwing the most, just because I like more agile gameplay rather than tanky gameplay. And then Tim, who's, I don't even fucking know what Tim is. Range? / tech, I guess? But I cannot play him to save my life. I struggle so bad. Anyway, I think that is actually going to be it for today, guys. What is our next story beat? Oh, the hotel. Okay, go into the hotel. That's going to be the next big thing. Alright, yeah. Dude, we almost always end right before we go to the hotel on one of my streams. Anyway, that is going to be it for today, guys. The end of day 1335 of streaming in a row. Tomorrow, we are going to get back into some more Honkai Star Rail. I have been grinding on that basically all weekend, but there's limits because, like, to do certain boss fights, you need certain material and stuff like that. I keep running out. I'm trying to level up everyone so we can continue with the main story.
So I have a plan for analyzing.
So we are going to try the main story right off the top tomorrow. If we're still having issues with it, we'll start doing like side quests or special events and stuff like that instead. And I'm just gonna save all the grinding off stream. I hate doing that on stream. But yeah, that is it for today. Like I said, Honkai Star Rail tomorrow, basically Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday we're gonna get back into Genshin. Continue with the new update that dropped, which I'm really excited about. That we can get more into it. And yeah, next weekend we'll just continue on some more. I'd say maybe we're about halfway-ish. Yeah, about halfway through already. So we should be finishing up this game pretty soon, actually. I did plan to do Sifu after this. So that's kind of like... Yeah, I think we're still going to do Sifu after we beat this game.
I heard the controls are like really cool. It's a really fun game. I have not played it yet, so it's gonna be my first time playing through that game. Can't wait. We'll see how far in, if we can make it through and still be relatively young, because I know every time you get defeated, your character ages up, and I don't know if there's like an upper limit. Like, can you just be 100-year-old man whooping ass, or is there a point where it's like, no, your character's dead? He spent like 75 years trying to beat up this bartender. But yeah, that is going to be it for today, guys. Thank you for coming out, hanging out. I really appreciate it. Like always, links down below for my Twitter, where I usually tweet out whenever I'm online. Usually if there's any kind of like big games conference or anything like that that happens, like Nintendo or PlayStation or the Summer Games Fest, whenever that stuff happens, I usually post all the trailers for the games I'm looking forward to over there. Links over to my YouTube channel, where all my previous streams are uploaded and archived over there. And again, I'm trying to make content unique just for YouTube, like just solely videos, and keep not doing it. I feel so bad, because right now all I have over there is just all my VODs from streaming, and it's like, god damn it. But yeah, I am planning, I'm wanting to do more unique YouTube content. I will let you guys know, and honestly, none of it will be anything crazy long. I think the biggest thing that I want to do is to do Fear and Hunger, both the first one and second one, and do like full-on playthroughs through that, and those will probably take up a lot of time. Other than that, I am just thinking about doing, just like I said, one-offs of like cool games I find on like Game Jolt or Itch.io that are just like super indie. I've actually been working on a Discord, but honestly, I personally do not use Discord at all, so it's like, I don't know, I'm split 50-50 on whether or not to put it up or not, because I worked on it, I have it built, I just haven't put it out there. It's because I never check it, I never go on it, so it's like, I don't know. I feel bad about like putting up a Discord, but then never being on the Discord, you know what I mean? I'm super bad with social media in general. Basically, I only use it just for like my streaming shit, and that's it. I don't really have any of it for my personal life. Like, I have a Twitter, but I just mainly use that for like video games and art. But yeah, I don't know. If I start getting like more people in consistently, like I have like a few, like quite a, like 100-ish followers, but not a lot of people actually come in consistently. Once I start getting a lot more consistent people, then I'll probably throw up a Discord just for like community's sake. But yeah, that is something I have worked on, that I do have set up. I'm just waiting to launch it, and yeah, I'm waiting for there just to be like at maybe over 10 people. I have low goals. I shoot low. You know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for coming out and hanging out. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with Honkai Star Rail. If not, see you guys back here next weekend with some more Gotham Knights. Yeah.